My name is Iris van der Scheer and I am a second-year PhD student at UCL. My project aims to provide insights into the way mental health concerns are raised and discussed in GP interactions, and ultimately to translate these into guidelines. So the World Health Organization statement, "No health without mental health," demonstrates the importance for a focus on mental health. And mental health disorders contribute to the burden of disease worldwide, and these disorders do not only have an enormous effect on its own, but they are also related to other health conditions. So, for example, 50% of patients with cancer also suffer from a mental health disorder. And mental health concerns are also a significant element of the GP's workload. For example, the study by Salisbury et al. Showed that psychological problems make up 7.6% of the consultations, and these can range from relatively minor or self-limiting episodes of anxiety, depression, and adjustment reactions to more severe and chronic problems. And 9 out of 10 adults with mental health problems are actually supported by their GP, but little is known about when and how help is actually requested and provided. So the power of the psychological help a GP can offer might be underestimated, and GPs have the potential to facilitate the exploration and resolution of patients' mental health problems. It was found that patients often return to their emotional agenda, and thereby demonstrating that they have much unfinished business in the emotional domain. So why study interaction? Well, it is important to study interaction because this is consequential for the assessment of the patient and the selection of appropriate treatment for them. So the analysis of interaction allows for the opportunity for a precise understanding of practical problems and dilemmas that are faced by both patients and doctors. So with my project, I hope to provide a in-depth understanding of how mental health concerns are raised and discussed by applying conversation analysis. And conversation analysis, or CA, represents a naturalistic and inductive approach that studies generalizable patterns of interaction. So the main objective of this study is to identify patterns of interactions between GPs, patients, and where present companions when raising and discussing mental health concerns related to depression, anxiety, and stress. So specifically, I'm interested in when and how are these concerns raised, who initiates the topic of mental health, and how is this initiation responded to, but also how and when do transitions to other concerns take place. So for example, physical concerns. So the harnessing resources from the internet to maximize outcomes from GP consultations database, in short the HARRY database, will be used for secondary analysis. And this is a database consisting of 281 audio and video recorded consultations, from which 231 are available for reuse. And using this pre-existing data set will allow me to study the interactional patterns of GP consultations, both verbally and non-verbally. And these patients consult for a range of issues, but for whom mental health concerns may form like the focus or a part of the consultation. And the data is collected from 10 GPs from practices which varied in their size and also whether they are urban, suburban, and rural, classified as such, across London and the southeast of England. And last month I received NHS ethical approval for this study. So yeah, I would love to hear what you think about my project, and any suggestions and questions are welcome. Thank you for listening.